the biggest thing today, and the thing that I think is obviously going to have more effect on the team in the future, is definitely going to be the latest injury updates. And obviously, the practice today was the first one for the Chiefs in Week 12 as they look to face off against what is technically the number 2 team in the AFC, or number 3, whatever way you want to look at it, because as of right now, they just had their bye, and Denver and um, New England have both not had their bye, so they are both 9-2. Meanwhile, the Colts are technically 8-2. So in theory, a half game back, quote unquote. But again, it's just because they had their bye, and New England and the Denver Broncos have not. So where does that stand us? Talking about the injury updates. Obviously, that's what we're here for. Well, today we got some latest updates. Kingsley Suamataia, if you remember, he was actually in concussion protocol in the game versus the Denver Broncos. And it seemed to be rather serious for a couple of different reasons. One, because obviously he went out and immediately was ruled out. Like, it was pretty instantaneously, which if you go into concussion protocol, it takes about 2 minutes to tell if you're going to be out the game and have to go into full concussion protocol, or if you are fine and can go back in the game. It really does not take long. But he was ruled out relatively quickly, and he will not practice for the Chiefs today, which is not a surprise again, because not only did he get ruled out instantaneously, and I don't have the photo to show you right now, but he was helped off the field and had a Chiefs training staff member on each of his arms. And not that I want to insinuate anything, but last time I checked, if you have a concussion and have to be helped off the field, that's a pretty gnarly concussion, and I would highly, highly doubt that he is going to be anywhere active for this Sunday's game versus the Indianapolis Colts, which again is a very big thing to look at, just simply put, because, well, the offensive line has been such a good thing for the Chiefs, and it's given Patrick Mahomes plenty of time. It's just about him making the plays after that. And Kingsley's been a big part of that. Obviously, getting Josh Simmons back is a huge thing. And he talked to the media today, funny enough, for the first time in a bit, and really kind of thanked the Chiefs organization. We'll show you that in just a minute here. But also a couple more informations on the injury side of things. Xavier Worthy, quote unquote, tweaked his ankle per Coach Reed in the walkthrough. So he is not going to practice today, it looked like. In the original post here from Matt McMullen, the quote that Andy Reid said is that they will have to wait and see how he's feeling in regard to practice. He was out on the field, however, he was on the sideline with a bunch of the coaches. He was basically held out today. However, it seemed like a minor injury just through walkthrough. In terms of the tone that we got from Coach Reid, it did seem like there's not a worry for Xavier Worthy, and he should be back tomorrow in full strength. But the biggest news today, at least on the injury side of things, Isiah Pacheco with that MCL injury will practice and did practice today. Now, do we expect to be in a full capacity? No, we haven't got the official injury report out just yet. However, we did get some video of Isiah Pacheco, if I can get that to load. But you can kind of see him here on the just walking around. And if you look at that right knee, it's got a pretty heavy brace on it, pretty heavy brace. And so when that is being looked at, obviously there are a multitude of NFL players that wear that like heavy duty brace on that right leg or on any leg. But ultimately for Isiah Pacheco, it's a little more important just because, well, he's a running back. He's going to use that leg very, very heavily. But good to see him back out there on the practice field. Good to see him able to come out and get some work in and hopefully be available for the upcoming game versus the Indianapolis Colts. Again, we'll get some more updates on him throughout the week. But when we come back here, we're going to take a quick break. We'll talk about Josh Simmons and what he said to the media for the first time after his 5-week hiatus, and talking about Kansas City. We talk about Patrick Mahomes and his media availability today, and also a little bit more on Isiah Pacheco and what he could really do for this team if he's able to play come Sunday versus the Colts. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Rogue Sports Network.